Hey-o! How about now? Are we good? Can
You're
you hear
good.
me?
You're
Can
good.
you hear me?
You're really good. I'm proud of you.
All
Where's this
right.
glare on my computer come from? So does my mustache look crooked?
Now I think it's just the way our cameras hit. Like and then it's opposite too. So when I twist left, this is going right. The oppositeity of the camera thing, and then I think it's croc-eyed, and then I go this way, and then it just never changes the way I want it to.
Yeah, dude, that f's me up mentally because like in reality, I'm over here and I don't have the greatest mustache. Like I look good, but like I was hanging out with my friend Liam yesterday, and
Yeah.
he's just got this thick Burt Reynolds like Tom Selleck mustache. Like his
Hmm.
facial hair comes up to here. You see these gaps that I got? That's a sign of
Yeah.
weakness, or maybe just a sign of aerodynamics. I don't know,
I
but
think the only way I'm able to do a mustache is by Instagram filters. That picture that I posted, real nice mustache, definitely a filter.
you can't grow facial hair.
Oh God, no, no. I'll go 3 days and then it looks like stubble still.
Dude, I
And
grow
it never
hair
comes in.
so quickly now, but it's weird. It's like spacey. It's not blotchy, but it's not thick. Like I wish I was a Persian man at times. Like I want to look like
Then you
Zorro.
have like you just got to shave every couple hours.
Dude, I have collarbone hair now.
Mm.
It's crazy. Like I don't want that shit at all. I just don't know if like that's part of the aging process that we have to get used to is more hair over time, which seems odd because you're getting older. Your body
Hmm.
should generate less things. Should be like, oh yeah, we're tired of generating hair so much, we're gonna cut back because you bald on top, but why do you get hairier down below?
I don't know because you're cutting down on testosterone, right? That's why all those
Testosterone is
commercials
generated
are
through
like, "You're
hair.
getting older. You need more testosterone. Testosterone grows hair, no?
Dude, did we
Gives
have
you
the
more
testosterone
manliness."
conversation just recently about what I went through with California hormones?
No, I keep getting advertisements for how I can get TRT, and I don't quite know what it's about, but
It's just testosterone replacement therapy.
oh,
Testosterone replacement therapy. So I'm
oh,
not on testosterone, but the company tests you to find out where your hormones are at, and then it will give you like the things that you need to bring yourself back up. Obviously, they'll
okay.
enhance you through potentially giving you testosterone, whatever the heck you want to do. Now the crazy thing is like I can't do that obviously because of sport.
Yeah,
The fuck is
they
this?
frown upon that, don't they?
Yeah, I think so. Um, so they gave me this like they prescribed me a bunch of supplements, and I'm pretty
Hmm.
sure I talked about this last week on the show, but I'm taking it now, and my libido is through the roof. Like I have to buy new
Mm.
sheets because I'm tearing through them with a boner that I'm getting every single morning. It's crazy. It's unbelievable, and I feel like I'm 15 years old again. Like it's just like every
Wow.
5 seconds is an erection. And this is not
Mm.
meant to be inappropriate. It's just going to show like I'm a pretty smart person when it comes to supplementation and all these things, but I don't track my hormones often. I've always kind of
Hmm.
been this kind of person where I try not to get too much data on myself because often it can almost impair your results if you start to get this negative mindset like, oh God, my testosterone low. Oh, my VO2 max is low. Oh,
Hmm.
this is low.
You're constantly thinking about the stats than actually what your body's doing,
Rather
like
than
in the
taking
moment.
action. But
Yeah.
honestly, I'm getting older. And when I say
Yeah.
older, I mean I'm getting like mildly older. Um, so it's like one of these kind of things where I'm interested in it. So it's crazy that quickly things change for me. And dude,
Hmm.
speaking of changing things, I think I've mentioned this to you. I picked up this like RSV 10,000 flu, whatever,
You're still
and
not over the respiratory thing?
fuck no, COVID was a
Mm.
joke. COVID was a damn joke. This stuff sucks, man. I'm pretty sure I got COVID and I had this like insane flu fever, all fucked up body aches, and it messed me up bad for 24 hours,
Yeah.
maybe 2 days. Dude, I've had like residual lung fluid and just low energy forever. So I'm going to the store and I get these lipospheric vitamin C packets that are just super potent, and I'm taking like 3 of them a day.
Hmm. I was talking with Joey Patrick or Joe Patrick, our
I
builder
loved
guy over in the UK,
I
and
love Joe
he was
Patrick.
telling he's awesome. He was telling me about that he's kind of run into the same thing. He had COVID, but it's not COVID, and now it's just long term just kind of lung issues, and he can't breathe, or he can't raise his heart rate because it spikes and it drops. And he's like, he can't get in the gym now and do like cardio workouts because his lungs aren't there with him yet.
So was it an RSV type thing or was it COVID?
I think it's an RSV type thing.
Dude, I've been hacking up green stuff forever. So the week of Battle Bunker, it was like real green. It was like the color of this lid. And then
Yummy.
afterwards I got better and I was like, oh, the bad boy Jim Duggan's back at it again. And then all of a sudden now I'm just totaled. Like my energy has been suppressed and low. And I have been doing this GVT program. And it's just so much volume and so intense that it brings you down afterwards. I'm still training for the Ironman. I've just been getting kicked in the dick left, right, and center.
Dude, my chest is sore from I did the chest day on Saturday because I took Friday off, and I'm still achy.
Yeah,
but I feel good. Like I get a pump, and then I'm walking around. I feel like what's that one guy, Johnny Bravo? Hoo-ha! You know?
Yeah, Johnny Bravo's the shit, dude. So let's go into some of the things I've been researching lately because I wanted to have a potent packed show.
Absolutely.
Well, you know, I went into the news and it was pretty gosh darn miserable. I'm not gonna lie.
I think we're seeing a pattern here. Every time you go into it, it's like, womp womp.
Dude, it's just like people are shooting each other up at schools, mass murders. It's just like, what in the world? I was like, why can't they just be like, hey guys, like somewhere in Uganda, we found the cure for RSV. I'm like, oh, that'd be cool. Like I'd be encouraged, and I'd
really
click on that. Yeah, and they're like, oh, somewhere in the South Pacific, like we discovered the biggest jellyfish in the world. I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. Like I'm excited about that. And no, it's just dead people everywhere. Now, the interesting thing is, there's these midterm elections, and I looked at the House of Representative vote, and I was looking at the map.
It's very tight, very tight. And dude, I think they're still counting to this day.
It looks like a landslide that the Republicans are winning, but then all of a sudden, because these states have different levels of voting power.
Yeah.
If you look at the map, it is red. But the Democrats are smart, dude. They got like these little baby
go into the
states.
Counties. Yep, it's the little counties that have more swing than the others, and they rush and do a whole bunch of support in those big dog counties, and then they end up winning them, right?
Yeah, it's unbelievable, man. And like I honestly don't vote, but I sit at tables and I hear all the stuff that everyone's talking about, and it's an alarming amount of energy surrounding this thing right now. So I have to be somewhat in the know.
Yeah.
And when I looked at that map, I was like, wow, this is how is it always so tight?
I don't know.
I
don't know how Florida gets all their counts in within, after the time that the polls close to the next morning. And they have a lot more votes to count than a lot of other states, yet other states take days to do. What's
Florida
their deal?
Remember we had this conversation last week? I think the only person I would vote for is DeSantis. DeSantis, whatever his name is, dude. Florida just does it better. They're the state that's got it all together. If you go down to Florida, there's crazy people in Florida. I think it's just when you're closer to the equator, you're crazier. But goddamn, the streets are clean. People are boating. People are smiling. People look good. Just doesn't seem to be. You're in California, dude. Yeah, it's sunny, but there's a lot of fucking crazy people. There's traffic everywhere. There's bum cities. I was driving to my cabin the other day, and there was a massive bum fire on the side of the highway because they're just these bums are just torching their tents. And then you go down to Florida, they don't got time for that. There's a crazy person in the street, but they don't let them build a village. They're like, hey,
I think we need a business trip down to see Augie. I think just, collectively we got to visit the homie.
Yeah, dude, that's how you get really drunk. Augie is really good at that game. Last time I was with him, dude, we drank 5 bottles of Kim Crawford wine over 4 hours. Gosh. It was incredible. Wow. I don't know how we did it. But have you ever been to Florida?
Yeah, a couple times. Panama City for the spring breaks, but more recently Palm Beach, very nice area. Showed up, didn't realize that you had to have kind of a dress code going on. Me and my buddy showed up in gym shorts and t-shirts. We walked in, we're like, hey, where's a place to like get a sandwich? They go, you won't be getting a sandwich dressed like that. I was like, oh, okay. What about like a gas station to get like a gas station sub? They're like, oh yeah, over there. But you can't be dressed up in like gym shorts getting a sandwich in Palm Beach. I was like, whoa, okay.
Well, yeah, you got to understand, man. Like that's some fancy ass stuff.
It's a ritzy ass area.
You're on prime real estate, dude. The sand there is different. The buildings there are different. These are Palm Beach has got to be probably top 3, top 5 richest cities in the country.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's just like Florida's a tax haven, and I don't know why they pick Palm Beach because it's not like astoundingly beautiful in comparison
you take
to some other
that
places.
ride up and over the bridge, and you're in a different world. I had a friend that was one of the managers at the Breakers Resort, so we got to tour that.
Yep.
Very nice area.
What are you drinking right now? What do you got in your cup?
I got a lot of things. I got a protein shake in this guy. I got my caffeine energy in this one, and then I got water in this guy.
Dude, did you see what happened to Bang Energy?
No, the Bro Bible's choice of drink.
I'm gonna bring this up. Bang Energy bankruptcy.
No.
So I don't. Yeah, dude.
They paid off too many influencers.
No, dude. So filed under Chapter 11 bankruptcy and has a lifeline window opportunity around $100 million in additional financing. But they got sued by Pepsi, who is their distributor, and sued by Monster. And basically, they violated a lot of these. They were making claims for what was inside their product. And it wasn't in there. Once you tested it, like there was no creatine in there. They were saying for creatine, there was no creatine.
That was their huge marketing thing. It's like why people drank it, going to the gym, why it was huge in bro culture. They're like, I'm going to, drink this and get ripped.
Dude, this is much of the reason why I started Builder. And like one of the campaigns that I have is making serving sizes great again, because like, honestly, a lot of these companies, what they claim to have inside their servings are not there. And there's not a ton of regulation behind it. But basically, they're getting sued by Monster and Pepsi, their distributor. I'm assuming it's not going to go under because it's too valuable of a brand name. But whoever's running it now and the structure that there is now is done. So it's.
Well, I think what they need to do is just dial in what is actually on the can. I know that Red Bull kind of ran into the same thing when they first started. Like one guy sued him that says, I didn't get wings when I drank it. Yeah,
dude, but that's such a dickhead move, dude. I hate people.
That's why there's lawyers on every street corner. It's like, did you get wings? Call me. We'll sue them.
Sorry, I got these. Hold on 2 seconds.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's a dickhead move. I'm currently drinking. Now, I'm not a coffee drinker. I like coffee. Good things in my cup. Like I like when I'm in Europe, I got really into espresso. So I go and get espressos now. Like that's different.
What about Americanos?
Is that the espresso with a pour over?
Yeah. It's like 3 espressos with hot water.
See, I don't buy into that. Now there's a couple brands that I really like. I like these like pre-mixed lattes, and man, I'm having instant coffee right now, which I've always kind of done with honey in it. Yeah. And I just did like the layered creamer in there. And this combination just downright sucks. It is so bad tasting. It tastes so acidic. I don't like that acidic stuff in the morning.
Yeah.
And
what is layered creamer?
Laird is like a world famous surfer, and he absolutely annihilated it. Like he just is basically the face of masculinity in the ocean. And he came up with a creamer, which is just mashed up coconut meat and like in a powdered creamer form, and it's delicious. But this cocktail, no offense to him, my cocktail that I created sucks. But it just reminds me how I just like do not buy into coffee. Some of these things like strong coffee is great. I like Immortal, all that kind of stuff. But when I get a bad cup of coffee, it's hard to even come by the stomach.
Yeah.
Dick, I don't know what the heck happened. Up by my cabin, I go get black iced coffee. That I kind of like in the morning. That for some reason tastes better with the cubes. But there's some girl that they hired who runs the show now there, and she's just butchered black coffee. I don't know how. And
man, it's pretty difficult to mess that up.
Dude,
I mean, it's just black coffee. You just got to get the serving size equal to the water, right?
yeah, I don't understand it, man.
What about the whole adding butter to your coffee, like the bullet coffee? That was a whole wave of you need to have butter in your coffee, and if you don't, it's not regular butter. It's like grass-fed butter.
Yeah, so that was Dave Asprey. So he was buying along with the idea, and he fooled the whole fucking world.
Mm-hmm.
So there was a 3-part piece to this thing. One, he was
Okay.
claiming that there was mold spores in all coffee. So he was trying to convince you that only his like special coffee beans were the right ones to get.
Okay.
He was also claiming that caffeine would bind. You'd combine it with MCT oils and grass-fed butter. The fat molecules would bind with the caffeine and burn longer, and you'd have more sustained energy.
Okay.
And it was interesting. Like you drink it, and I can't tell if it was a placebo effect, but you'd feel this high, and then everybody without fail would shit their
Had to
pants
go
afterwards.
toilet.
Yeah, everybody would shit their pants because these MCTs for some reason just like fly through your system. There's just like I was just reading this book because I'm trying to, in our transformation camp, I'm reading actually 3 books right now. I'm trying to see if I can finish 3 books in this period of time. And they were talking about the digestive process of how quickly things go through your system. And like it's just amazing like how that one piece literally could make people poop within 30 minutes of having it, if not sooner. But I just think that the math behind it was a little bit off. People bought into it, and then it kind of went MIA.
Yeah.
I'm currently trying to formulate our pre-workout for Builder right now. And
I'm excited about that.
Yeah. We got the quote and everything. We got the quote over in Europe. So you have to basically at this point in our company, we're a global company, and I don't want to separate products. Like I want to make sure that we launch both of them here and kind of have a global message. Be like, hey guys, pre-workout is for sale now. Because we want you to know, like if you're over in Europe and you're a believer in the brand, you're in the United States, you're a believer in the brand, you can have that, global experience, wherever you go, we'll support you. So yeah, man, I mean, it does bother the crap out of me that it's so much cheaper and so much faster over there. But yeah, it should be to us pretty soon. I should be testing stuff after Thanksgiving, and we could probably have products in people's hands before March.
Wow.
Yeah. I think
Did you decide on like the individual packet strips or the full containers of the pre-workout? And do you have a new name for it? Do you want to hold off on what you're going to call it?
I'm still just tossing a bunch of things around.
Yeah.
The couple of things I want to do is I want to the way that we do things in the company, we will send out messages and give people the option to click and what decisions they make, what they really like. Like I was thinking about changing Look Good Naked to
aesthetic something.
Yeah, aesthetic performance, and everybody like resounding Look Good Naked.
Yeah, they still like it.
And I was like, wow,
I'm trying to still look good naked. So
yeah.
Before we change the name, I want to reach that achievement.
Yeah, I get that. That's why I wrote it. I think that was so cool.
Yeah.
So we're going to do something similar. And then also the thing that I would like to do is we're going to do pre-sales for like a discounted pre-sale of our product, and just try to cover a lot of just like getting this thing started, because we are a startup company. I do not have funding. I'm not one of these companies.
We don't have a angel investor or anything like that.
Yeah, it's pretty
our
crazy.
Own money, getting the money back in and putting it back in.
Yeah, well, dude, if you look at these companies with these humongous advertisement budgets, and they have like tons of SKUs, meaning they just have so many different products, you're like, how the heck did somebody who started this business 2 years ago have like 15 different products and is dumping money into advertisement all the time? Somebody gave them that paper.
That cash money.
But good for them, but it is really cool when you see somebody like Nick Bear's company, where that dude just like built his business overseas and then came over here, was just kind of bootstrapping it, and now they have enormous amounts of success. So
I think he was on like ABC News, or they were doing some type of interview with him, and he's like, how former veteran creates $40 million company. I think he's a supplement company first, secondary workout training company, but I think he's trying to beef that up with his I don't want to talk too much about his training programs, but he's got something going on right now. But I think his mainstay is the subs. That's where he gets his bread and butter.
Yeah, I mean, you got to understand. You got to be. I'm just sending Kyle a link. Kyle's going to drop him to the show. You got to be a multifaceted person. When you have that opportunity right there, I think the way that the internet works is like you can just become multiple time entrepreneur once you have that community that believes in what you're doing. And that's why he has the opportunity to sell training. He has the opportunity to probably sell apparel, all these things. It's pretty crazy. Like the Nelk boys, they started out in like swag, and then they
did podcasts, and now they got
a
Happy
beer.
Dad.
Now they have supplement company. Yep, dude. They are all.
I want to try Happy Dad. I haven't tried Happy Dad yet.
Have you tried it? Get it.
I think it's
is it a lot.
I think
is
it's
it a lager?
seltzer.
Really?
I think it's like a seltzer. Yeah, Happy Dad. But I was listening to their podcast. They said they can't shit on other seltzer companies, but they can just say the more superior one is this, but they can't like talk shit about other things that are in their realm.
It's called.
You want to add him in?
It'd be called slander. Yeah. Did he call in?
Yeah, I can add him to the stream.
Yeah, go for it.
I thought his last name was Kyle Kokonos.
What does it have?
Did he just mistype Yokonos?
I think it's a play on words. There he is.
Baby, right there.
Oh, well, there you go. I thought that, dude, your arms are starting to actually look kind of big over there, Ryan.
Oh, yeah, man.
Damn, dude. Yeah, you got to wear long sleeve shirts now because you got so fucking skinny, Kyle.
This is Tekla's. This is not mine. It's the girl's small.
I wouldn't doubt it, dude. Is that your new truck? It's embarrassing.
I got two vehicles in one. I got my little bicicleta and my Ford Lariat, baby.
Are you driving it across the country? You're in Texas, right? Are you driving it to Arizona for your race?
Yeah, I'm at a bike shop right now to get something fixed, and then I'm leaving Wednesday morning.
Wow. Is this a line of admission right now that you think you already may have to drop out of the race because your bike's a piece of shit?
Oh no. I've ridden Alejandro. That one day was the greatest preparation I could have had. I'm just adding one more little tool on this bike to, gain precious minutes on you. So
I didn't bring this up, but I'm just going to really give my honest predictions of my race.
Are we going Ironman news right now? Because
this is Ironman news, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the week of the Ironman. Kyle this is like Rocky versus that dirty Russian guy, Ivan. And I don't know.
If he dies.
I think I have to be Rocky because my equipment in comparison to Kyle's is so just like bare bones piece of shit.
Don't even.
Kyle bought a rocket ship for a bike, but I don't care. I'm still gonna put the beating on him.
You can't add that electronic device that makes your bike like electronic powered. You have to do like self-powered. That's not the extra thing.
He's got magnets on his bike that drag him forward. Anytime somebody gets in front of him, it gives him a little bit of a pull.
Slingshot.
So here's my schedule. I'm leaving Friday morning, and you're going to be there already duck hunting. I'm a little jealous that you didn't tell me that ahead of time because now I don't get to go kill ducks.
You can still make it.
I could potentially make it. Our race is on Sunday. Okay. We are starting at what time, Kyle? 6?
I think 6:30 is when they start letting us in the water. So yeah.
And I looked at the course map. It's actually pretty cool. We're swimming in a river like in the middle of town around a bunch of people.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be awesome. Like I thought we were honestly going to be in like a sewer drain or like an aqueduct.
No, it's legit. It's Tempe Town Lake, baby. We're going to be right in the middle of things.
I'm really excited about
it. We bike up that.
Yeah, we bike up it. It's called I think it's called Beeline Drive. It's a highway. Yep. Now, my honest prediction is 110 on the swim. And I'm giving myself a 5-minute transition time. What do you think, Kyle?
I think 5 is generous. I mean, it always depends on like what the run to the transition from the exit of the swim is like, but
generous meaning like we're adding on minutes or we should add extra.
Yeah, for me, I'm saying like a total transition time of 10 minutes between the two and 7 between the swim and the bike and 4 between the bike and the run.
Holy fuck. Okay. You've changed
because you don't think about it, but you get out of that water from so long, and I haven't even done this yet, but you get out and try to pull a wetsuit off, and you're like all disoriented, and it's just gonna be like you're gonna have to pull a few more times and get situated on the bike a few more times than you think.
You're a big baby though, dude. Like I literally put my wetsuit on every single day now at swim practice. I watch you take like 30 to 45 minutes to do that. And I literally put it on and zip the thing up and I'm in the pool moving. And then I get off and I'm just like 1, 2, 3 off.
Maybe it's too big for you.
No, dude, I don't understand what you got going on. Dude, this is crazy. You could see all of the outlines of my Johnson, like everything, every feature of it. Like it's so tight to my skin. It's so tight to my skin. You know everything that's going on underneath.
Are you supposed to wear like Pacteras or any type of like Under Armour underneath?
No, you wear your triathlon suit underneath it.
And there's no like rubbing or chafing going on because you don't. A
little bit on the neck,
suit on skin. A
little bit on the neck, but that's about it. I mean, you're only in it for an hour, or in Hunter's case, maybe an hour 45. But
clear.
So I don't know what it is over the hour threshold. What it's like. Maybe Hunter, you can speak on that. But yeah, I think 100 hour 10 maybe. If someone gets
hour 10 plus 5 on the transition because I'm not an old geriatric fuck like you, and then I'm doing 5:20 on the bike. So I'm assuming based on what I did over my training, I'm always holding over 20 miles an hour, but I'm going to give myself actually the average speed of 19. So it could be around 5:20 to 5:30 for me on the bike.
Yeah, I think you can do that. You have the disc wheel in the back too. That definitely adds speed because you have the power to do that.
Dude, the thing is just for me, I'm down here and now I want to get a sip of water. I have to like open my legs and stop pedaling and grab the water bottle out and like grab it and then pick it back up. That's like a 30-second time every time you do it. Yeah. And dude, you're going to be doing that like 5 times in an hour.
Yeah, I know. I just got this little, maybe I can show it to you. You see that little booger? Can you see it?
Mm-hmm. This little container that you sip out of?
Yeah, so you get your water bottle and you like squirt it in there, and then you have like a straw that comes off of it and you just drink it while you're riding.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, is it illegal to have like one of those backpack hydration packs?
It's not aerodynamic, so you wouldn't want to do that. Yeah. So you're doing hour 10, 5-minute transition, 2:20, and then transition from bike to run and run time. What are you going to do?
Well, 5:20 on the bike and 5-minute transition because I'm not a crazy person. I just take my shoes off and then put my running shoes on. The only thing that's going to take me some time is I'm going to grease up the goose. I'm going to hit like butt, front, back, side to side, and then I'm going to run a 3:20 marathon, I think.
Okay.
That's 7:40. 3:21 is a 7:40 pace. Like I don't have a doubt in my mind that I could do that. That's a minute slower per mile than
even on 4-hour bike, shaky legs.
Dude, my whole life has been about shaky legs. All I do is like, massive mountain races and sled pushes and shit. I should be fine.
Yeah.
This is actually
that's
the least. This is not like that challenging of a race. It's just the crazy part about it is it's an Ironman. So like you're taking these 3 pieces, which are very iconic distances, and you're trying to hit like pretty good paces in all of them. Where an ultra marathon, you're like, I'm just going to get this thing done, or world's toughest mudder. I've done like a lot of these plus ones. Like I've done fucking 35-mile cross-country ski races and stuff. So it's not the length that I'm worried about. It's me trying to push paces that I probably can't hit.
Yeah.
I had to find a way to get out on course and find Kyle. That's my most thing.
It's not going to happen because my swim time will be faster. My bike will be, I'm planning on 5 hours on the bike, which is pretty fast. And then if it's going to happen with you, it's going to happen on the run. I'm not going to slow down on the bike till we're together.
Now I'm only going to say this because it's an honest thing. I'm not trying to slant you at all.
Okay.
From what I remember, you did a half Ironman and you went out there and you put too many poker chips down on the table early on, and you pushed and you cracked, and things happened that we're not going to talk about right now. And Do you worry at all? Now, this is the only thing that's got me going. I have no doubt that I'm going to finish, but do you worry at all that you're just going to look at these times and be like, I'm going to do this, and then you hit this hole and you can't get out?
No, I feel like I'm setting a reasonable goal only because when I did Galveston, the only other one, the 70.3, I dropped a bottle on the bike. My nutrition plan was crap. I probably had 1,500 milligrams of sodium throughout the day. It's a 5-hour race. But in reality, the swim was really like I took my time. I could have done another lap, and I finished that in 31 minutes. And so I'm thinking I can hold that pace for another mile, and I'm a much better swimmer now than I was then. On the bike there is super windy and flat. This is rolling hills and not nearly as windy, and very well paved roads and not much turning. And I did that bike in 2:34. And I'm a much better biker now than I was then.
I agree, but you're also forgetting that. Okay, here's a basic like science thing. There's what's called the cardiac drift. Over time, no matter what, let's just say you're generating 100 watts. Over time, that 100 watts will cost you more every single hour, every single 15 minutes. It's going to cost more. Even though you're better at everything, this is so much longer. It's going to be so much more costly. And the thing is like, you may not have hit that bonk place where you're like completely dehydrated and completely out of fuel. That's what I'm thinking about, where I'm like, fuck. Like Eric Feinberg wants to know if we're eating things out there during the race. Yeah, we're going to be eating tons of things. If you don't, you're fucked.
Yeah. I mean, it's 9, 10, 11 hours of racing. So what's your plan on consuming carbs? Mine's around 110.
110 carbs an hour?
Yeah.
What the fuck? Where are you going to get that?
And this is the element that you haven't practiced enough. So 110, I have each bottle I'm going to have is going to have 80 grams of carbs in them.
Kyle, are you sure you want to give away your secrets right here?
You know what? Maybe I don't.
All right.
Maybe I don't. But I will have Builder. That's the biggest secret.
There we go.
Well, some hydro.
All right, so guys, just to let you know, there's 25 grams of carbohydrates in a large banana. And if you think about that,
Kyle's going to have a lot of bananas.
That's 4.5 bananas per hour.
Yeah.
That's gutsy. Literally, when I say it's gutsy, it's going to give you irritable bowel syndrome and you're going to poop like you did last time.
Mine's in this bottle. I'm going to fit 85 in this bottle alone in a gel packet. And you can already get there.
But here's the thing. What do we do now? How many bottles do you carry on the bike?
Well, I'm going to have this hydration thing filled and then 2 bottles behind me. And then at mile 56 or wherever that station is, you can stop, get your other bottles, reload, and take off.
Oh, we can put bottles out there.
Yeah, at the turn point. But that means you throw away the bottles that are on your bike. So that's okay. That's a total of 6 bottles.
Now, but there's going to be thousands of people out there. What do we have, our own little box?
Yeah, they track you by your number.
Okay.
Jay Fit. This guy's saying 4 gels an hour. That's a great method.
Yeah, but look at what Flip Phone Brian says. Can't utilize that much fuel per hour, and his stomach will be full.
Brian, I think I would know better than you because I've practiced this, but I wouldn't.
Oh shit, Brian! You just got fucking
Flip Phone Brian.
Shit, Brian.
Hit his back.
Damn, dude, that is some heavy shit, dude. Yeah, here's my protocol. I'm going to do 1 scoop of Builder in this, and I'm gonna do a basically like a Morton or a Tailwind. I'm just kind of messing around between the two of them. And that's going to be in my bottles. I'm going to have 2 on the bike, and I don't know if I got anything else. And then beyond that, dude, the real heavy material comes down to I'm going to try to eat as much food on the bike as possible, and then I'm going to stuff gels, and then I'm going to use BOA spray basically for the run because I don't want to try to take in all this stuff and slosh up and down. So I'm going to try to eat on the bike and actually have solid food and pump myself up with fluids. And I'm just assuming when you're out there on the run that you're going to be totally effed. So I'm going to switch over to the spray.
Yeah. I mean, they'll have stations every 1.5 miles.
I'm planning on pissing myself all the time too, and I'm just like gonna go up to like aid stations and throw water all over my pants so people can't see the pee.
No, you want there's a reason the tri-suits we're wearing are yellow.
There you go.
That was by design.
Dude, when I was doing High Rocks World Championships, I was dumping water all over myself. And I don't think we're going to be that hot, but man, I would have peed myself during that race if I had to. It probably would have been a great defense tactic, kind of like in those racing games where you like spray oil all over the ground, just piss, and someone comes around the corner and hits it hard, dude. I don't know. So have we decided whether or not we're going to have our own private bet? Like what's the go here?
I mean, you know the one
you got to bet with Rich Diaz on a $2,000 bottle of scotch. What's your bet, Kyle?
I don't know. I want to know if Rich would pick me over Hunter, but
You should call him, dude. Rich is a piece of shit, dude. If I win this bet, I guarantee Rich is not going to give me anything. I'm not that person though.
I don't know. I told Hunter it's a tattoo on some portion of the body.
A new tattoo
of the other.
Probably got to be Randy Man Savage-esque related.
Here's the thing. So I made a bet like this once with Ryan Kent. I call him Ryan Cunt these days because he's a bitch. Ryan Kent, we made a deal that we were going to – someone got to shave the other person's eyebrow completely off if they lost Spartan Race World Championships to each other. And I whooped the shit at him, as usual. As usual, that dude was a grease stain on the bottom of the ground. And he, at the end of it, wouldn't do it. So we were so drunk at the bar that night. We had like a butter knife, and we're like, we're taking it off now. And he wouldn't let us do it. And his hands were up, and he goes, my wife, I think he was dating some girl at the time. He didn't want that, and his wife wouldn't allow it. And also he had to do a photo shoot coming up. Now, here's the thing. What happens? Tekla, there's no way in hell Tekla is going to allow you to get a tattoo of my name. You've got no tattoos on your body. I've got shitty tattoos all over my body.
My body is my temple, and I will not let my temple be tarnished by your ugly name, because if your name goes on my butt, I can just put Duck right over it, and everyone's just gonna know I'm Duck Hunter.
No, dude.
I've already thought this one through.
That's my real estate. That's my gosh darn real estate, dude. I'm going to be one of those people that's going to come up in the middle of the race and stick something in your spokes, dude. I will not get a tattoo. I've got a rule, 4 tattoos, 1 in, 1 out. So I'm going to have to burn something off to get your name tattooed on me.
The best part about this whole weekend is Tekla and I have a little night operation plan. And if I would tell you to sleep with one eye open, but you're probably better off not sleeping, because I have a new method where I can sneak laxatives into your gels, and you're not going to know. You're just not going to know. I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to think you got me, but you will.
Joke's on you, dude. If I shit 15 pounds out of my ass, that's 15 pounds less I got to carry.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe I'm helping you. I don't know. We'll just have to leave it on the course.
Joke's on you, man. That's the craziest
thing is you're going to be able to smell Hunter where he is on the course before you see him.
100%, dude. That smell of ammonia and fear. So that's my prediction. I think I'm going to come in. It's truly with all those numbers, I'm going to come in at 10-10. And the thing is I'm planning on basically taking those last 10 minutes off so I can get underneath on the marathon.
Taking the last 10 minutes off on the bike?
The marathon. No, I'm not going to push on the bike. I think it's stupid to push on the bike because you have the marathon afterwards. Like, have you ever even run a marathon, Kyle?
See, I've never run an official marathon. This will be my first official marathon. Yeah.
Hey, let's tell the people when your race is. When is it going to go down?
Sunday, November 20th. Feet in the water. I think I'll be in at 6:30. Hunter will probably be in at 6:40 group, because they station your groups off. So if you think you're going to have a 45-minute swim, you're the first in the water, and it just goes back all the way to 2 hours. But so your time starts once you hit the water. You just jump in with a group that.
So it's not on gun time. It's on chip time. So you guys could start at 2 different times, but then finish relatively close because it's based upon your own chip. Okay.
Right. I don't give a shit. Exactly. I'm getting in the water right next to Kyle.
That didn't work out last time in Crestline. By the way, did you see the house that I sent you in Crestline?
When did you send it to me?
This morning. It's like a little igloo. Don't take it. It's mine.
Yeah, baby. Dude, we're taking over Crestline. Ryan, I think you're making a huge mistake. He's moving to Crestline soon. You got to move to Crestline.
Alex is already there.
Alex is already there, dude. Alex is literally getting here in like 40 minutes, and we're going to be doing more projects.
You guys are doing a lot of shooting today, right?
We're doing a lot of shooting.
Not
so
like
check this
gun
out.
shooting, like
this.
No,
shooting. Actually, this is a pretty funny one. We're doing an ad for Builder for Black Friday, and I'm going to dress up like an old colonial man, and like one of the British are coming type thing. And it's just a amp up for the Black Friday sale, and it's going to be hysterical. Like we've got wigs and everything like that.
This is going to take a few. There's going to be a few takes. I've seen you handle a gun before.
Dude, what are you talking about?
Hey, tell them about the gun we got you for your birthday.
Dude, you talking about my Dirty Harry 44 Magnum?
Yeah.
That thing is sick. I took that to the range not too long ago.
Just yours is 10-10. That's your time, right?
10-10. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I was like, what?
10-10.
What?
Sorry.
Awful.
I flipped. I audibled because I got to run in here in a minute.
Yeah.
Okay. Sweet.
So do your math on yours. You're going 1 hour, 5 hours, and then.
Yeah. 1 hour on the swim, 5 hours on the bike, and then I'm giving myself 340 on the marathon.
So you're going to beat me by 30 minutes.
Yeah. I mean, I think I have a lot of time.
Even factored in your transition times. I factored it in my transition
7 and 4
times.
7 and 4. 7 and 4. 7 minutes from the swim to the bike, and then 20 minutes on you on what your projected time is.
Okay.
I mean, the reality is people that are listening to this are probably like, you're ambitious. One thing I'm learning from these triathlon people is which I love meeting people in triathlon. I'm not saying anything bad about them, but I talk about this Ironman training and stuff, and it's like and you experienced this in the coffee shop. You told me about it. If you talk about this Ironman, but you've never done one, they consider it. It's like stolen valor for them because you've never officially done one, but you're just talking about an Ironman and you've never experienced it. So I'm excited to get that checked off the box. And we're talking about all these times, but the reality is race day conditions could be very challenging. This is like a perfect day of racing we're predicting. So,
So I spent the last 2-3 weeks training with my buddy John Toker, and I'll let you go after this because I know you got to go. But John Toker was the founder of Salt Stick. It's like this little pill that you take, an electrolyte pill that you take before, like while doing these Ironmans. And he won age group at Ironman World Championships. Like he's as good as it gets without being full pro. And I told him about my times and stuff, and he's like, yeah, like, I just don't want you. He's a pretty, like, he's very, like, kind person, like, relaxed. He didn't tell me, like, shut up. But he's like, I just don't want you to get all bought into these times because then you're gonna start putting down bets that you can't pay off.
Yeah.
He's just like, go out there and get it done. He was the only person who was polite to me. There was a couple of people who were rude to me. They were, like, kind of, scoffing at the idea of me doing an Ironman. But that guy gave me some pretty good advice. So I'm going to go out there, and whatever ends up happening, I'm going to do it all on feel. And if it feels good to whoop your ass, I'm going to beat the living shit out of you out there.
I'm excited, man. It is going to be it's going to be a hell of a weekend.
All right, bud. I'll let you get going, and we'll cruise on. But
all right, later, boys. I'll see you Friday, sir. I'll have some duck meat waiting for you.
All right, dude. Adios, muchachos.
See ya.
Bye, Kyle.
Yeah, so
cool.
That's my competition, people, ladies and gentlemen. Kyle, great friend of mine, great training partner. He was doing all these like sprint triathlons, Olympic distance. Then he did a half Ironman, and I was like, "Yo, dude, like,
wait, all leading up to like this year, leading up to what
he
you guys
was just
are
doing them in general. He liked doing them, and I said to him, I was like, "Hey, man, like, why are you doing all of the half versions of what everybody really knows? Like, when I tell people I'm an endurance athlete, they're like, do you do Ironmans? Do you run marathons? I'm like, no, I've only run a half marathon. Oh no, I've only done a half Ironman. Like I don't ever want to sit at the table and people ask me whether or not I've done the real big one, and I've never done it. So I'm just going to get this out of the way. That was my opinion of it. And then Kyle and I were like, just made this fun banter bet amongst each other to see who was going to get to the finish line faster. Because we're obviously going to be nowhere near the pros.
Have you ever done a 100 miler race? Like one race?
only did it once and failed.
Where was that?
I was bound to fail, to be honest. I was doing this show called Boundless, doing all the hardest endurance races around the world. And I was way, way in over my head. And I had really bad IT band syndrome from already doing multiple of these races. And it was in Chile in the Atacama Desert, in the highest, driest desert in the world. We were racing from like 10 to 12,000 feet in a desert across like highway, sand, salt flats. Dude, there was one point where literally less wide than my shoulders was paths that were running across in these salt flats that were like daggers coming up out of the sand, out of the ground. So it was just a crazy environment.
I think the episode, you got to buy per episode, but the one that I clicked on Amazon, you were solo rafting down a rapids, like in Colorado, I think, and you were on just like a solo raft, and you were just paddling by yourself, and there's rip roaring rapids, and you had one life jacket, one paddle, and you're on like this wooden plank, and the race was get down the rapids the fastest. I was like, holy cow.
I want to bring that show back so bad. It was so great. The stuff that's on television these days is so lame. That was really the coolest show on the planet. I cannot believe that I had the opportunity to do it. Let me check my notes again before we close the gap on this bad boy. Let's just talk about post Ironman. After this,
what are you got any races, or it's just kind of pre-work for next season?
I'm in the boat, dude. I'm in the boat all the time. Like I'm not racing high rocks anymore. I don't know if it's like public or not, but I just got stuff that I want to go accomplish. If I ever wanted to come back, I could come do it whenever the heck I want.
It's easier to step back into that versus there is a definite time frame and time limitation that you have to train, paddle, and get into the qualify for Olympics.
Yeah. So I'm flying to New York City to go see my family. I will, be there for Thanksgiving. You're going to be in Indiana for Thanksgiving?
Yeah. Hey, are you going to be featured on 24/7 Wall Street, Douglas McIntyre?
Oh, yeah.
Douglas McIntyre, 24/7 Wall Street.
Let me tell you who's fucking up today.
I like his intro.
Yeah. He's got to keep on pushing.
Does he have a ring light? I think I want to buy him a ring light for Thanksgiving or for Christmas.
That'd be
his
dope
face
tip.
bright and sunny.
It's crazy, man. Everybody I know is talking about my dad. I was like, if you know that my dad's doing, like, show him some love, follow him and show some likes. Like, I'm trying to help my dad. The more engagement that he gets, the more he's going to understand this, because he's the king of swing in the different version of this media, the original form, which is all article based. He's got to learn how to use social media. And I think it's always rewarding when you put hard work in and people like there's the resounding like acceptance and support. So if you guys are listening, throw my dad some likes and follows. We'll be with Dad. I'm actually gonna be with my mom for Thanksgiving. And then I'm going to come home from Thanksgiving and I'm just going to be going to war. My goal is basically getting 50 miles every single week on the boat all of January. And then I'm going to bring it up to 70 miles every single week, all of December. And then in January, I'm going to try to bring it up to around 70 miles. In February, I'm going to try to hit 100 miles a week paddling. And by that point, I should be the dude. Because I think in April is when they have like the national team qualifier. I should be in pretty good shape by then. Oh, my dad's a big swinging dick in the financial world. Yeah, he was for a while. Still is. Still kills it. Jay, the show was called Boundless. And it was kicking ass. What bike are you riding? Assuming you found something decent for the race. Yeah, Marshall, I got a bike off of my buddy Parker Gregory. He's a superstar, really good athlete. I have really good friends like out there. It's just so insane that someone was willing to just ship me their bike instantly and help me out. I even had, the pieces, like my whole setup for my bike was done through another friend. He bought me the bike, brought it to me, set it up, and then I exploded the fucking thing. So I'm just amazed by how supportive the community has been to help me out get into this thing. And now I just have to, really grab myself by the balls and get through it. The outfits, by the way, that we're wearing are intense, dude. They're like, I swear to God, I'm going to burn a hole through my grundle. It's like really up in there.
Yeah. Well, every time they zoom in on these racers that are about to cross the finish line, it's like big dick, small dick. You get to see it all.
Yep. Yep. It's it's your business, baby. And we're on week 3 of the training transformation, and it's incredible, like the results and the actions that we're seeing through people. I'm pretty pumped about it. And
I want to get this. I mean, I'm this is probably the most dedicated I've been. I got a lot of X's. The O's are a lot of sleeping. Sleeping issues is not my forte, but hitting
Can we just break it
macros
down?
and hitting workouts.
What are you doing at nighttime? Because I don't have trouble sleeping at all. I go to bed.
It's not that I have trouble going to bed. It's like I get to that point. I was like, well, I haven't done anything but work, and then I worked out, and then I want to watch a little TV, and then TV is like, oh well, I gotta, I just don't want to go to bed right away, and then I got to get up early because you got to work tomorrow.
That's life.
Yeah,
that's life, dude. I could stay up.
So then, I chug a lot of these. I got a lot of
that will fuck you up
Celsiuses.
too. That's something we should probably bring into our next. Like, you can only have one stimulant a day.
Oh my.
Yeah, dude.
One coffee cup a day.
One stimulant a day. You got to pick it, dude. You got to really, really focus on when you need it and what you're going to use it for. So,
okay.
I'm just telling you because I want to have the best for you. And then the next thing that we've got coming up is the High Rocks Masterclass. Sales for that. Sales for that are going to be starting out in December, and we've just built a whole new structure around it because we had our first version of it. Now we have our second version of it. House Apparel is really going to be pumped onto the website this coming week, so you guys can get stuff like this. Like, I really like this. This is like the little camo H on a gray shirt. It's
so
simple.
I had a convo with Dylan last night, and he's got all the t-shirts that he wants up on the site. And as soon as I get those up, I think by Thursday or Friday of this week, we're going to go live for our Black Friday deal. And he has also got these. I want to shout out these hats that he got. They're like Under Armour
insane.
They're insane. Material.
They're really nice. Yeah.
Big ol' H in the front. They are like 2.0, 3.0 better than our original hats that we've had. Really top-notch materials. So we are going to be going live with those probably Thursday or Friday this week. He gave me the materials or he gave me the pictures. So I just got to get them bad boys uploaded. And House Apparel's doing big things.
Yeah. And dude, like, one thing that we're trying to do with the company is build up an ambassador program. And like, we will send you guys as much swag as you want. And if you guys are really even doing like pretty grandiose things that you need support on, we are happy to help. Like, even as I said with VJ in our interview a couple of weeks ago, I was like, dude, I just want to see you get to world championships. If you guys need some financial support to go do some gnarly things, we can even open up the discussion for that if you're representing House or Builder. So we're out there trying to help people out. I had my entire career kind of built up by people looking out for me. So if you guys are interested, as I always say, and there's not a lot of follow-up, a lot of you guys are here listening to the show. If you want help or support or anything, leave comments on the YouTube, in our YouTube channel. Like, go to it, tell us what you need help with, connect with it.
What are the qualifications? You said ambassador. Do they have to have, I mean, let's say I come to you, I have 500 followers and I post videos. You have to be somewhat intertwined in the world and have people around you for our ambassadorship of just giving free shit to them.
Oh, dude, I mean, I started out, I had no social media following. So like, if you're intentionally trying to push yourself, and it's not about like being seen all the time, it's about taking on things that are inspiring the community and helping support what we're doing with our messaging. Like Hunters Academy of Strength is really about pushing the community and to become the strongest versions of themselves. And, that's through training physically, mentally, and, and nutritionally. And we want other people out there going after these things. We're an athlete driven community, but we also understand not everybody's an athlete. Yeah. And honestly, the thing for me is if you are trying, that is the first thing. That is the most important thing. And if you're trying with 500 followers, 5,000 or 500,000 followers, you're trying, and we will support you. Like, we're not billionaires. We're not going to throw you $10,000 a month to help sponsor you because you post shirts and a thong. Like, it's not necessary. It's not who we are. It's not what we're trying to do, even though congrats, you look good in a thong or something. But my reality is I'm trying to get the community up and going. And it's really cool seeing everybody at these High Rocks events, wearing our swag, taking things on, taking on the podium. And we love that. We absolutely love that, dude. Like, that's been the past 10 years of my life. And now that I'm taking a step back from it, I want to see other people carry the torch. And if I can help get you there, that's what our company's all about.
Hey, I think, so Dallas is, I think, this weekend for High Rocks, and then we have DECA World Championships. We got a lot of house training athletes that are going to DECA. I think it might be good to reach out to a couple of guys that are in there and see if they want to come on the pod and talk about DECA World Championships.
Heck yeah, man, get them on.
I think it's in Atlanta. I'm gonna mess that up. I'm not gonna say which state. State it's in.
Isn't next week?
Yeah. I was talking with Kurt, and he was like, he was asking if we were coming out there. I don't know if I could get the business expense trip paid to go out there. But
where is it?
I thought he said Atlanta.
What's the weekend it is?
DECA World Championships.
Is it December or is it?
No. I think it might be next weekend. DECA World Championships is 11/19. Oh, it's this weekend. 2 epic days of celebrating fitness. Atlantic City.
Fuck. I would go. Is it on Sunday? I would go, but I got the Ironman.
Yeah. Maybe we have one of the athletes on this week. Well, it'd be last week. Sorry, guys.
No, we can get them on Friday.
Okay.
We're gonna be at LA High Rocks. After that, we're gonna be at some of the High Rocks in January. We're gonna be going international following that. So
February is Chicago U.S. Championships.
Hell yeah, dude.
Come in.
We'll be there, dude. We'll be there.
Wait, you said we could get them on Friday. You leave for Ironman what day? Or are we able to? We could
Thursday,
do like a mobile
Thursday.
podcast.
It is on Thursday. I'll bring my headphones, but it's gonna be on Thursday. I gotta piss like a madman. So I love you guys. Make sure you guys leave comments, support, and we'll do our best to support back. Adios, muchachos.
All right. Later, Gator.
Later.